Hi, this is Greg Herder, and I want to welcome you to another one of my monthly coaching webinars. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you can hear me. Just to the right of your screen, you should be able to see the question, "Can you hear me?" Please click on yes or no. Now, we have our volume up pretty high, so if the sound is low, try turning up the volume on your computer or headphones. This is also where buying a small external pair of speakers really pays off because the sound is so much better. Okay, I see that almost everyone can hear me, but I see one person who has clicked no. So for the one person that can't hear, please check your mute button. Check to see if your sound is turned all the way down, see what the connections are, because we're getting good sound here. So hopefully you'll figure that out, and we're going to go ahead and get started. The purpose of these monthly webinars is to make sure that you're actually using what you learned at the 3-day marketing mastery event, and you're using that to increase your productivity, income, and quality of life. I also want to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable to take the actions that you know you could be taking and should be taking each and every month to move from where you are now to where you want to be. Finally, I want to make sure that you do not feel isolated, like you're the only agent who has challenges along the path of building a marketing-driven real estate business. We all struggle as we build. Today, I want to talk about something very practical. I want to talk about how you can effectively use your special reports. Now, when you purchased your ticket to the 3-day marketing mastery event, we gave you a license to download 4 or 5 special reports at the download site. And for those of you who purchased the Power Boost system at the seminar, you received an additional 4 special reports. And for those of you who have had us write a custom special report for a specific application, you've got a whole bunch of special reports. The question is, how do you use them to generate business, impress your clients, and make your life easier as a real estate professional? Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly ways to use your special reports. Some agents take a special report and simply print it out, and then make copies of it on the office copier. This is very easy to do and can be done quickly and with very little effort. I believe this is also a total waste of time and effort, and I don't want you to do this. Even though you can, and it's easy, because when you give the special reports out, they will simply not look professional. At a bare bones minimum, you should personalize the cover of your special report with your name, picture, and contact information, and then consider changing the color of the headlines and boxes so it will fit the rest of your marketing and be a little bit more connected to you. Now, you can do this yourself. You can take the basic layout we gave you and change it using either InDesign or Acrobat Professional. Or, if you do not have InDesign, you can take your file to FedEx Kinko's, rent a computer for an hour that has InDesign or Acrobat Professional on it, and do it there. Now, you can also take the file to any printer, graphic artists, and they can do it for you for a fee. Now, we would also be happy to do this for you, and we will drop in your picture, change your name, phone number, and contact information. Now, we'll do this all for $99 for the first special report, and then $25 for each additional report that we do at the same time. Now, let's take a look at some examples. First of all, here's the basic special report we gave you. Your job is to go in and put your name into it. Put your company logo if you want to, your logo, any information, and then your contact information. Now, notice how just changing the color impacts the look and feel of the report. Now, I also recommend that you do some other simple little things, like personalizing the report cover to your local area. For example, change the subheads, like this one, a simple guide to help avoid overpaying for your home. You can change that to a simple guide to help avoid overpaying for a home in Huntington Beach. Now, the more localized it feels, the more value readers will place on your special report. You might even personalize it or localize it a little bit more to say a simple guide to help overpaying for a home in the Seacliff area of Huntington Beach. This makes such a great impact for the people that you're going after, your prime target market. Let me tell you, it makes it so much more valuable to them, and you'll get so much more business from it. Sometimes people say, well, Greg, in its general form, I can send it to anybody anywhere in the world. Yes, I understand that, but you want to create perceived value in your local marketplace. Now, that's the very least you need to do. Now, I also recommend you put your picture on there and make it look a little bit more like one of these. Here's Kevin Franzese, and it's basically a very simple adaptation. He's added his picture, his logo onto it, and you'll notice he's added some background information and his basic contact information. Here is Alice Sanchez. Now you notice he's got his company logo on the back, his website address, email address, contact information on the back, and I think this is a great thing to do. Now, once you have the first one done, it's easy to personalize them all like Tracy Duffy. Now, if you need them real fast, that basic personalization is okay. But I'm going to highly recommend that you raise the bar on your own professionalism and the professionalism of your special reports and create a totally custom, personally branded special report cover that builds off of your personal brand. Now, if you're a Hobbs Herder personal brochure client, website client, or advertising client, just take the core brand identity that we've developed for you and drop it into your special reports. Again, you can do this yourself, or we would be happy to do it for you for a small fee. The payoff in creating professionalism and perceived value from your custom or personalized special report goes up dramatically. When a client or a prospect gets a special report that looks like this one, they are instantly impressed. Take a look at the impact that Robin has. 29 essential tips to get a home sold fast and for top dollar. She's got graphics here. It looks professional. Priscilla Rodriguez, the same thing. 29 essential tips to get a home sold fast. Now on the back, take your biography, part of your information from your personal brochure, put it on here. And now you've got a great looking, instant high quality professionalism feel in your client's mind. I want you to realize that this instantly sets you apart. Just look at some of these agents' examples and see the professionalism that it comes across in. Now, I also want you to say, gosh, if I specialize in a type of property, how can I change the title? Take a look at Marcus Solomon. He did his special report, and he took the special report and only he changed it to vintage home buyers. How to avoid paying too much, and 29 essential tips that get vintage homes sold fast and for top dollar. Instantly, the title and cover make it clear that Marcus is an expert in vintage homes. And for those who want to buy or sell a vintage home, Marcus will clearly be their agent of choice. The back cover is also a great opportunity to build your brand, tell your story, put your personal information there. This is where I recommend you also put your website, your social media addresses, Facebook, Twitter, those types of things. Now, once you have a great cover, what I want you to think about is how to localize the content of the special report itself. First, open up the Word document of the special report, and then do a global search and replace for the words the area. Now, so many agents forget to put in the area and they just search for area, but now it doesn't read quite right. So what you want to do is search for the words the area, with your local city, Huntington Beach, or with your city's name. Now, if you want to use an area name that is not a city, replace it with something like the Seacliff area. What you're going to do is do the search and replace, and now replace it with like the Seacliff area. Now, once you've done this, double check each replacement to make sure that it reads correctly. There may be a few times that search and replace doesn't work perfectly. I think we've got it down so that it's fairly easy, but you just want to double check to make sure that it's coming across the way you want to. Now, let's think about how to take it a step further. Look at tip number 5 in the home buyers how to avoid paying too much special report. It says, if a neighborhood is to your satisfaction, look at the homes on the market in that area. Extremely large homes surrounded by smaller ones tend to appreciate less than a larger home among other large homes. Conversely, the smallest home in a neighborhood tends to be pulled up by other homes on the block. However, when the time comes, it may take longer to sell a smaller home because most people are unwilling to pay extra for the neighborhood. The outer edge of a neighborhood is usually not good for resale value. There are noticeable dividing lines between unlike neighborhoods. It could be a difference in architectural style, home size, property use, or something else. Look for a home in the middle of a community of similar homes, and it will hold its value better. Now, ask yourself, what is special about property values in my area? For Huntington Beach, you might add something like, here in Huntington Beach, property values are impacted by their distance from the beach. The closer to the beach, the more they cost. The further away, the less expensive they become. Also, Huntington Beach is almost totally flat. The very few view homes that have views, like the 14 homes in the Bluffs development that overlook the Bolsa Chicolo wetlands, go for a very high premium. You also notice the closer you are to the beach, the smaller the lots. Main Street is a very interesting street that people have a love-hate relationship with. It's a very quaint street with lots of large trees and historic homes, but it is a very busy street with lots of traffic. It's also the route used for Huntington Beach's famous 4th of July parade, and many people love having a home on the parade route. Now, adding just a little few very local things to your special report makes the reader feel like you really understand the area and that you are better than the average agent. This will also make your special report more interesting and valuable to your prospects. But do not get carried away and try and rewrite everything, or you'll get caught up in editing it forever. Add 4 to 10 little bits of truly unique information about your specific area that the average reader will not know. This will make it more interesting for them to read and make you seem like an agent they should call because you truly are the expert in the area. Now, this is fairly simple to do. I just want to make sure that you understand where we're going here, so do me a favor. Does this make sense to you? Now, right next to my finger over here on the right, there should be a little question pops up, and please take a minute and answer this. That way I can get some feedback from you. All right. I see most of you are going in the right direction. So let me ask you, how many of you have actually taken the time to do this to your special reports so far? Ah, I see some of you, no, but I will. I see a few yeses and a lot of no's, but I will, a few no's. Oh, you guys are killing me here. Now, this is just a start to really get effectiveness out of your special reports. Now, once you have a great front and back cover and you have personalized the content to your niche market, the next step is to decide how you're going to distribute your special reports. Are you going to email them to people or print them and mail them out? Or are you going to be prepared to do both? I recommend you are ready to do both. For the most part, mailing out a printed special report will create a lot more impact, get read more thoroughly, and make you significantly more money. But there are going to be some times when it will be very handy just to email your special report. Now, to print your special report, you can take the file to any printer in your area and ask them to print it. Now, make sure that you print it on a nice, heavy stock of paper. I recommend the inside be printed on a nice, bright paper that looks and feels good to the touch. Quality is very important. You want quality to be the first impression when people pick up and start reading your special report. Economics is always important. You want to do it as economically as possible, but make sure you don't cut quality on your special reports. The good news is that it has become incredibly economical and easier to print special reports today than ever before. Now, I believe the most efficient way is to actually use Hobbs Herder's print services. If you go to hobbsherder.com, click on the printing and mailing tab, and then click on special reports, you'll see it's very easy to print special reports in small quantities at an unbelievable price. Now, if you can only start by printing one special report, start there. If you can do two, print two. If you can print them all, do all of them, no matter how many you have, whether you have 4, 6, 10. If you have a limited budget, the first two special reports I would print are the 29 essential tips that get home sold fast and how to avoid paying too much. Now you have something to send either a buyer or seller prospect. Next, I would go back and make a copy of your file and title. Now, you're going to make some modifications to the report and save it as a PDF file that you can actually email to people. The first thing you're going to do is make your web address a live link so that if someone is reading it as a PDF, they can click on it and they will be instantly taken to your website. Then you're going to go in and add some color pictures on each page of your special report. Ideally, these are local pictures, and you should be in a number of them. Now, since you're not printing the PDF format, adding color pictures will not cost you any more money, and it will make it more interesting to look at and actually read. Also, change the headlines or the color boxes to a second color. Now, what you want to do is make that color the color you're using on the rest of your marketing. Take a look here at Susan Casma's. Here's the cover of her personal brochure. Here's her basic marketing materials. And now we've got into the special report and we've dropped in the flowers from her look and feel of her marketing. And now we're giving it a personal feel. Now, you also want to go in and try and make it as interactive as possible, because that's the great thing about PDFs. You can make them interactive these days, so that now you can embed live links. You can even embed videos that you have created on YouTube, so that now as people are reading your PDF, you can have your YouTube video there and it'll play when they hit the play button. So maybe you want to think about different places that would make sense, and you look at little pieces of text you can add into it that can really have a difference here. Here on Susan Casma's, she said, can we have them ask for a copy of my buyer's questionnaire? And so we put a little text in at the end of this paragraph, and now we made a live link right in the PDF. And now it drives to her landing page where they can actually download Susan's buyer questionnaire directly, or ask for a printed copy to be sent to them. Now, this is the power of interactive PDFs. You can embed YouTube videos right into your special report. Now, you might even create a video for different things just to use in your special reports. This is incredibly effective to do. Now, again, this takes time, a little bit of computer knowledge, but not much. If you have Acrobat Pro, you can do a lot of this. It's a little bit easier in InDesign Professional. And the biggest thing is thinking through what is really useful. So you can put valuable information, and now as people are reading your special report, they can watch videos, see pictures of you, and it just has a little bit more of an impact. Now, as I talk about that, a lot of agents get excited and they say, well, Greg, I'm going to make all of my special reports interactive, and I'm not going to print them. I don't want you to go there. I promise you the printed version of your special reports is still going to make you more money, even though you can do a lot of fun things with an interactive PDF that you can't do on a printed special report. Remember that getting people to open up and read an emailed special report is very hard. It's much harder than getting them to open up and read a printed special report that you've sent them in the mail. Now, at times, having a great interactive special report that you can email to an active buyer, seller, or a serious prospect is very useful and is well worth the time and effort to do it. If you're talking to a buyer on the floor and say, oh, by the way, can I email you a copy of a special report on how to avoid paying too much? And now they're talking with you, you email them that, and now they see you, they see videos. It's very powerful. But there's always got to be something that's prompting them to open up and actually engage with that special report. And also, it's intangible. They still haven't touched anything. So I still recommend that for so many of your applications, you're going to want the printed versions. So now I'm going to assume that you've got printed copies of your special reports, and you've got an interactive PDF that you've got it in your email basket so that you can mail it from your phone, your iPad, your computer, or anywhere at a moment's notice if you need it. So now, how do we actually get value? Well, the key is to figure out how to turn those special reports into real live business clients. Now, every time you talk to a buyer or seller lead, what I want you to do is send your personal brochure and the special report that best fits their situation with a nice cover letter as a follow-up. This will instantly differentiate you in your prospects' minds as a true professional. Here's Priscilla Rodriguez's package that she sends out to all of her buyer prospects. It's got a nice cover letter. It's got a copy of her special report. It's got her personal brochure. And over again, she talks about, gosh, people instantly feel like I am dramatically more successful, more professional, better than all the other agents they've talked to. Now, when you do this, be prepared for a couple of things. Prospects are not going to call you up and simply say, gosh, we were so impressed with your personal brochure, your special report, that we've decided to use you. They may not even mention either your brochure or the special report to you. But they might start asking questions. Questions about things they've read in your special report. Personal information about you that they've read in your brochure. So make sure you read your brochure, your special reports on a regular basis, and be prepared to answer questions. Most agents tell me that they really did not understand how powerful and what an impact their special reports had until after a transaction is over, and they send out surveys about their services. And now their past clients talk about how getting the special report really impressed them about the agent, how they felt confident in your ability. It's going to start generating activity. Also, every time you take a listing, when you go in the listing appointment, take the special report, the truth about real estate advertising, and leave it in the folder of information that you give to the seller. The folder you're going to have them put all the letters you're sending them each week into. You've got your buyer suggestion sheet, the things that we talked about at the seminar, plus the contract. Now, what I suggest you tell them is, you hold up the special report and you say, if you take the time to read it, it will help you understand my marketing approach for your home. I would also send out a letter every other month to your past clients and sphere of influence about one of your special reports. It might be a simple letter like this one. John, Mary, I hope all is going well with you. Things are going well for my husband and I. Our kids are in college, and my real estate career is doing well. Life is good. A while back, I was asked to create a series of special reports about buying and selling real estate, and I've been working hard on this project, and I have just completed one of the special reports titled 7 Insider Secrets to Showcasing Your Home for a Successful Sale. It's full of suggestions for people who are thinking about selling their home. Little things they can do when they are ready to sell and get the best price possible. My special report will be sold for $49, but I have a number of copies that I can give away. I wanted to offer them to my important friends and family members like you. If you have any interest in getting a copy, please give me a call or drop me an email. I will be happy to send you a copy for free. I hope we get a chance to talk or see each other soon. I am always amazed at how fast time goes by. I hope you have a great day. Sincerely, your name. Now, don't expect a bunch of calls or emails, but if you send a letter like this every 2 or 3 months, over time, even the people that don't call and ask for your special report, they start to feel like, oh, you're a better agent. You've been asked to write special reports. Some agents ask, Greg, is that fibbing a little bit? I was not really asked to create these special reports. So let's clear this up. Right now, I would like to personally ask you to create a series of special reports to help people successfully buy or sell real estate. Now, look over to the right, and you will see my question. Please click on the answer yes. Yes is the one and only answer. Now, if anyone says, well, who asked you? Say, well, I was asked by Greg Herder. He's a professor at California State University in Fullerton and is a national real estate marketing trainer that was impressed with what I have been doing to build my real estate business. So now you can truly say you've been asked to create special reports. Now, the next thing I want you to do with your special report is start talking about them on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can start by talking about how you're working on them. Once you have the cover done, upload the picture of the cover to Facebook and ask for feedback on the cover. Now, be prepared to get some negative feedback. Your picture is too big. I don't like the colors. It should be X. Now, people will see that you take it all in gracefully, respond in a positive way no matter what they say. And now, talk about when you are taking it to the printer, when you're going to get them back, how excited you are about how it will help people. Do X, Y, and Z. How excited you are that this special report will help people do the X, Y, and Z depending on the special report. And what you'll find is that people will now naturally start asking for copies of it. Not on every post, but the more you talk about it, the more interactive you make it. Now, don't say, if you're thinking about buying or selling, don't turn this into a sales pitch. Now, every time you send out a special report, talk about how excited you are to send it to John and Mary Smith and you're looking forward to getting feedback. If somebody gives you feedback about what they learned, talk about it. Again, this is all an indirect promotion that is very, very effective. And I cannot stress this enough. Don't promote the report directly. I also want you to create a photo album with all of the covers of your special reports in it. And then you have the pictures of the special reports. In the description of that picture, talk about what's in the special report, the value people will get from reading it. And then have a link to your website where they can order a copy of your special reports on your buyer pages, your seller pages. I hope you're starting to get the picture that there are a lot of things you can do with your special report. And notice everything I've talked about so far is free. I want you to know, talking about it on Facebook, giving it to your potential buyers, sellers, this is all free stuff that you can do with it. Next, what I want you to do is think about how to really use your special reports as a lead generator on a variety of online advertising opportunities. You can offer your special reports on Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and a lot of other online advertising opportunities. There's a lot of blogs. Now, if you go to the download site, there's a whole series of ads that you can take, copy, use that offer the special reports. Now, you can turn those into Facebook ads, ads for online, for your blog, so many different places here. And now you start running those little ads. Now, let's say you want to run an ad on Facebook. Obviously, you don't have a lot of space. So what you really want to think about it is that the ad that's going to go on Facebook is just a little teaser, and then you want to create a landing page that has the basic information that sells people on getting the special report. And this works incredibly well. Now, what I want you to do is take the ads we've given you and create a landing page using those ads for each one of your special reports. Now, you can start varying the headlines, the different things, targeting people, because you can reach very specific groups of people, just like we talked about the seminar. This is an incredibly powerful combination that can really target. Also, you can use the special reports to farm expireds and for sale by owners very effectively. Again, if you go to the download site, you can download the expired system that we gave you and the for sale by owner system that we gave you. And now it'll walk you through step by step. The first step is to send out this special report and your personal brochure to expireds. 20 questions you absolutely must ask your next agent before you sign on the dotted line and make the same mistake twice. Your first agent didn't get the job done. Here are 20 questions you absolutely must ask before you select your next agent. We have found this sets you up. And then there's a series of follow-up cards, letters, that you're going to mail fairly frequently, and it ends up getting expireds to call you. I don't know if you remember the video I showed you of Tony Slowick that I showed at the seminar, talking about the impact of using that expired system. You know what? Let me see if I can pull up the video of Tony really quickly. Tony is from Sky Realty in Austin, Texas, and I think I've got it here, so here we go. Let's take a look at it.
Hi, my name is Tony Slowick. I'm a realtor with Sky Realty in Austin, Texas. The first thing I did was start my expired system, and I take the expireds directly from the MLS and plug it into my high-end, super high-tech database system. Then I employ my super high-tech marketing distribution center. I immediately took down recent expireds out of the MLS, started them on the mailing system every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, picking up about 5 to 7 expireds per day. I send out my personal brochure, easy exit card, testimonial card, just sold card, just listed card, and the other letters that are on the download site. After about 6 pieces or 2 weeks, I make that first phone call. Well, I say, this is Tony Slowick. I'm with Sky Realty. I sent you the marketing pieces. One of them was my personal brochure. You might remember it. It talks about me personally and how I do business. And all of a sudden, the light comes on. They're like, oh, you're the guy. They already know me. My marketing pieces are way different than any other marketing pieces they're receiving. They feel obligated to talk to me. Now, 1 in 10 of those phone calls turns into a listing appointment, and I've got 100% of those listing appointments, a signed listing agreement when I left. I started October 7th. Today is November 22nd. I've got 6 listings totaling $2.2 million. One of them is $330,000. It's already under contract. It'll close any day now. The Hobbs Herder system really works, and it works fast.
So now, what I want you to do is realize you've just got to get your special reports out there. You're going to start running some little ads on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. So many different opportunities. Now, make sure you create some landing pages that really draw people in. Christine Crockett up in Toronto, Canada has gotten great response from this because she's created landing pages for each one of the individual special reports. Now you can do this on Google. Vary the headlines and then vary what's on your landing pages. This can be incredibly effective, and once you dial this in, it can be incredibly powerful for you. Then don't be afraid to give away your special reports. You should have them with you at all times. And whenever you talk to somebody, I found when you give them that special report, they instantly will treat you differently, like you're a true professional. So now, what I want to do is open it up to some questions. Before I do, I want to find out if this was a valuable webinar today. I know it's a little bit more nuts and bolts than normally, not a lot of motivation, but this is where people get stuck. They get such incredibly powerful tools at the seminar, but then they don't execute. They, don't get all the little details done, don't print the special reports, don't really make them interactive, and now they don't get the results they're really looking for. These are the things that will make the difference. So, please write down, did you get value from today's webinar? No. Yes. A little value. A lot of value. I really appreciate your feedback. All right, I see most of you are gaining a lot of value. That really is so important to me. Your success is critically important to me. So let's open it up to questions. If you've got a question, type it into the box, and I will start taking them as I see them. And I know people type questions at the same time, so type them in, and I will try and look for the ones that are being asked the most and cover those. I see a question here. Does my special report have to be printed on heavy paper? And let me tell you, yes, for people to treat it as an important piece of information, the cover must be printed in color, and it must be on nice, heavy paper so that when I feel it, it feels substantial when you pick it up. Okay, the next question I see is, how much do you charge to print special reports? Well, I actually want to be clear. At Hobbs Herder, we are not a printing company. We have a relationship with a digital printer who, because we send them lots of business, gives our clients a great value, and we interact with them, we interact with the clients so that it's efficient in how it works. And for our clients, special reports cost between $2 and $6 per special report, just depending upon how many you print. You can print a minimum of 25 special reports for $150. And that makes them exactly $6 each. If you print 100 special reports, it's $350, which now makes that $3.50 each. And the more you print, the cheaper they get. For more information, go to hobbsherder.com, go to the printing tab, then go to the special reports. You'll see the pricing, everything you need to do, what we charge for personalization. It's very simple, and we'll walk you through the process. We'll help you avoid the challenges if you'd like to. And again, we will make it very easy for you. The next question I see is, can I change the copy in the special report? Okay, I never know exactly how to handle questions like that because I feel like that's what I've been talking about this whole time. Yes, you can change any part of the special report, and I encourage you to do it. Make it as personal as possible for you, because that's where you're going to get tremendous value out of it if you do that. So please personalize it. The next question is, how do I log on and get the special reports from the download site? So here's the key. Go to hhexclusivemembership.com. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen here. If I can get my person here to type in. All right, there we go. hhexclusivemembership.com. Now, when you go there, you're going to have to input your name, your phone number, email address. If you have your badge number for the seminar, your name and your badge number will get you there the fastest. If not, we're just going to verify that you actually bought a ticket to the seminar. You fill in the information, you log on, and get into it. Now, we have changed our log-on process because we found that a number of agents were sharing the log-on with other agents. So today when you log on, it's going to verify that you actually bought a ticket to the seminar, and then it's going to ask you to put in a valid credit card number. Now, for the first 6 months after you attended the seminar, remember you can download everything for free. It's up there unlimited. If it's after 6 months, we charge you $5 a month to maintain access to download everything. So it's going to ask you for a credit card, and it will charge your credit card $5 a month if it's been longer than 6 months. And as we update the special reports, different things, you're going to get access to them. Also, you'll have access to links to some of the coaching calls, like this one will be recorded, and you can watch it over and over again. So there's lots of value in there that you get for $5 a month. And again, the first 6 months is absolutely free. Now, the next question is, what if you don't have Word on my Mac? Well, if you don't have Word on your Mac or on your PC, any Word editing program will open it up. Any, basically program that can read, write basic documents, RTF programs, will work for you. So you can open it up. And again, remember that even if you don't have any programs on your computer, you can take these files to any local printer, a local graphics person, or, call us. I mean, I'd love to have your business, and we will do it for you. We'll update it, send you a PDF that you can proof. And what I found is that a lot of agents spend so much time trying to do it themselves, they end up costing themselves a lot more money in time than just letting us do it, paying us a little fee, or going to a graphics person locally. The next question is, we are in a buyer-seller market. What is the best report? Well, what I found is that you can personalize those reports for a specific marketplace. In fact, this is what Yolanda Muckle did. And when she got into real estate, I think it was 2007, and her first special report was, how to buy a home in a buyer's marketplace and how to sell your home in a buyer's market. As time goes on, she remodified it, and now it's how to sell your home in a seller's market, how to buy a home in a seller's market. So you can just tweak those effectively, and then whatever's going on in your marketplace, look at the special reports that are there and say, which are the ones that are most appropriate for the given market conditions? And everybody's got a little bit different market conditions. And then what is going on? How am I going to use this specific report? For farming expireds, the 20 questions you absolutely must ask a realtor before you sit on the dotted line. and make the same mistake twice is so incredibly effective. The next question is, can I add photos on my laptop office computer? And I'm sure you can put photos on your laptop as office computer. I'm assuming that what you're asking is, can I put photos into the special reports from my laptop or office computer? And the answer is definitely yes. Now, you can do that again in InDesign or in Acrobat Pro. So if you get Acrobat Pro, again, you can adjust, edit, add pictures in there. I mean, you can even do it in a Word document, but it's just so much harder to get it to look professional out there. So anyway, and again, if you need help, we would love to help you. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's well worth it. The next question is, what is a landing page? And that's a great question, and I always sort of start to assume that everybody understands landing pages, and it's one of those weird things. It's like, until you understand what a landing page is, it's a mystery. Once you really understand them, it's like you think, oh gosh, everybody understands them. But here's what a landing page is. A landing page is simply a page somewhere on the internet. Usually it's a blind page, so that you aren't going to navigate to it from part of your website. It's probably on your website somewhere. But the way you're going to get to it is either from an ad on Facebook, LinkedIn, one of those online sources that we talked about at the seminar, or from your website where you make a direct response offer for one of your special reports. I like to think of landing pages as a face-to-face meeting in the cyber world. Let me see if I can pull one up here quickly. Here is a landing page for Susan Kasma's buyer questionnaire. You can go from her ad on Facebook or her website to this landing page where she asks for the name and address so that she can mail you her buyer's questionnaire. Now, I hate to say this, but I have run out of time, and I know I see some more questions that I have not had time to answer. Please do me a favor. Keep typing in your questions, and I promise as soon as I can, I will get back to you and answer them. They'll be sent to me in an email, and even if you're watching a replay of this webinar next week, next month, if you send me a question, I'll answer it. Now, I'm only going to answer it during regular business hours, but I will answer it. Before we wrap up, I want to make sure that you go to HH Calls and sign up for next month's call. Also, if you're using anything that we've talked about today, or that you've learned at the Marketing Mastery event, please send me an email about your progress. I want to know what's working, where you're struggling, how we can help. I also want to thank you very much for your time and attention today. I would also greatly appreciate your feedback about this webinar, what you liked, what you did not, what you're planning to do with the information. Now you can post this on my Facebook page or send me an email. Your success is very important to everyone here at Hobsford Advertising. If we can do anything for you, please contact us. Let's work together. If you know of agents that should be on these webinars, please share this information with them or bring them. Bring me out to talk to your group, your office, your board of real estate. Now, I hope you have a great day. I hope you found this very valuable. Then, I hope that you really are using your Quantum Leap letter every day, reading it, spending 5 or 10 minutes, and then thinking about what you can do to move forward. If you will do that every day for 90 days, it will make such a huge difference. Also, if you haven't been to the seminar for a while, come back to the seminar. I promise it'll help you go to the next level. Our top agents come back on a regular basis, and it makes such a huge difference. Our success is built on your success, and I hope you have an incredibly successful day and a successful week. Thank you very much for spending an hour of your time with me. God bless.